Hello everyone, welcome back to Socorro Hills as the Feudin'Fowls take on the Warblers. Battle of the Birds, Part 2. This team's just matched up in game number 30. Today on the hill, the Fowls have Bo Lawson and the Warblers have Russ Smalls, who we see here. And delivers a ball to Kellen Moran, leadoff hitter, and the second baseman for the Feudin'Fowls. 2-1 now to Moran, and strike two. And grounded up the middle for a base hit. So Moran is on. First base runner of the day for the Fowls. That brings up Oliver Hanna. Smalls, more of a higher velocity, higher junk than accuracy. And the runner goes and thrown out easily for the first out. That one's hit very well, carrying. Let's see if it can get into, it does not. Barneswell there to put it away. Thought that might get into the Zen Garden, but it does not. Rod Slow in now. 2 outs. First baseman here for the Feudin'Fowls. And that's fouled away. Popped up. And let's see if it gets out of play. Yes, it does. And fouled away again. The 1-2 to Slow. Reset and do it again. Grounded up the middle. Watson's there for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the first. Get a chance to look at the Warblers today. Gray Rose, the DH, steps in. Get a chance to look here at Bo Lawson too. Locked in. 1.5 ERA, 1 whip, 3 Ks already. Very high in the junk meter, and she strikes out Rose for out number 1. Judy Charles steps in now, third baseman. See, Lawson higher on junk. Ooh, that one hits off Lawson. Let's see if they can recover. Slow recovers and get the second out. Kenna Watson playing shortstop today. Last time we saw her at second base, I believe. But yeah, Lawson definitely higher in junk and accuracy than velocity. So lots of breaking pitches we can imagine today. That one's hit to Schmidt for the third out. So quickly, Warblers go down in order. We go to the top of the second. Definitely a different look than our last game with the Olympians and the Strongmen. Holy cow, that was a slugfest. Marcos Lester steps in. Center fielder for the Feudin'Fowls. Love the Feudin'Fowls jerseys. Their away jerseys are some of my favorites here in the Cheese League. And he has walked, so Lester's on. Leadoff walk is never a good thing as Taylor Schmidt steps in. Playing shortstop today. He's a very good runner at first base too. Probably the highest speed in the Cheese League. 0-2 now. Runner goes. And in there safely. So the strikeout, but the runner advances to steal second. And they throw. Try to pick off move. Lou Huber up now. Left fielder here for the Feudin'Fowls. And the runner goes again, and safe. So 2 stolen bases here. Runner on third now. 1 out. And that's grounded through the right side. That scores that run, so it's an RBI single. That brings up McForsham with a runner on. And McForsham pops it up. Ortiz puts it away for the second out of the inning. Rick Navarro, the catcher, like to get his first hit, break the ice. And could he? No, he just got under that one. Fly out to Barneswell for out number 3. So the Fowls strike first here, get 1. Go to the bottom of the second, 4-5-6 up for the Warblers. Marlon Johns steps in. Hitting 176 so far this year. And Composed is activated for Lawson with the 3-1 count. And walks. So the Warblers have a base runner as center fielder Tim Barneswell steps in. Warblers also have pretty decent speed on the bases. And strike one there is a changeup, 81. That one's hit quite well. Does it stay fair? It does. That's a no-doubter. Gone. .376-foot shot for Barneswell. And the Warblers take the 2-1 lead. And the home crowd is definitely pleased as Barry Yang comes in. Look at all the home crowd is quite represented today, I must say. And strike three, got him. So Yang's down on strikes. That brings up the catcher, Nico McLongthrob. And pop that one up. Brandon McLongthrob. And second out, Nico McLongthrob's relative in some way here in the Cheese League was injured last game. We'll have to see how she's doing. And that's the third out, lined out to McForsham. So the Warblers strike, they get 2 runs there in the bottom of the second and take the 2-1 lead as Noggin comes in. Playing third base today for the Feudin'Fowls. Quickly, 0-2 to Noggin. And try to get him to chase outside. And strike three. Swings through that one for the first out. Kellen Moran steps in, let off the game with a single, and fouls that one away. Small's looking good so far, 35 pitches now. That one's popped up, should be no issue, and it's not there for Yang.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 7.
Hannah comes in. Power versus lefties is activated. That one's popped up, but that bounces into the Warblers dugout. The 1-1 now in the dirt. Popped up. Should be no issue. And it's not for Barneswell for out number 3. Moving to the bottom of the third. 9-1-2 up. Lynn, Rose, and Charles for the Warblers. Rip Lynn, the left fielder, steps in. Good little breaking pitch there, a little slider action from Lawson. And strike three, 1-2-3. Has him looking. That brings up the top of the order, Gray Rose. One's in the outside part of the plate. The home crowd did not like that. You see the Fowls fans sporting the white down shirts. That one's fouled away. 2-2 now to Rose. That one's hit to Noggin. Across the diamond to slow for out number 2. Judy Charles steps in and takes a ball inside. Fouled away. You see Lawson's stats looking pretty good as that one's hit up the middle. So Charles is on with a 2-out single. And that brings up Kenna Watson.
Number 10.
Still no real effect on Lawson. Velocity's camped out right where it was at the start of the game. Maybe dipping a little bit on junk and accuracy, but looking pretty good so far as she has 40 pitches now. 3-1 now. And that one's popped up. Let's see who calls for it. Looks like Lawson's going to snag it for out number 3. So go to the top of the 4th. Warblers still lead at 2-1. We get a nice look at the Zen Garden there in center field. Here at Sequoia Hills.
Number 19.
Rod Slow comes in. That one's hit very high. Very, very high. Holy cow, that was a mile high. Rip Lynn puts it away for out number 1.
The center fielder.
Lester walked his first time up. Power and contact versus lefties, both activated for Lester. He flies out here to Johns at first for the second half of the inning. Brings up Schmidt. Schmidt's a fan favorite of the flock. That one's hit down the right field line for a base hit. Gets in the corner. She's going for 2 and slides in safe. So Schmidt's in there for a 2-out double. That brings up Louis Huber, who's 1 for 1 today with a single. Now it's a ball in the dirt from Smalls. And looping curve there. That one's fouled off. Off the fist from Huber. The 1-2 now. And base hit into right field. They hold the runner. It's a good throw into home. So McForsham steps in with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. And pops that one up. And I don't think that's going to be any issue for Johns. It's not. So out number 3. The Fowls strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And the first baseman, John, steps in. Bo Lawson's still on the hill. 42 pitches. Gets him to swing through that 86-mile-an-hour fastball. Like I said, Lawson not very high in the velocity meter, but makes up for it with junk and accuracy. And paints the outside corner with that breaking pitch. But he walks. So Johns is on first as Barneswell steps in. 1 for 1. Had a home run his last time up. Pretty decent speed on the bases too now for the Fowls. And they throw over. He's safe. Fowls would like to get some insurance runs this inning. Fouled off. Barneswell kind of tomahawked that one. Runner goes. And safe. So the strikeout, but the runner steals second. Barry Yang steps in. That one's hit up the middle. Base hit. And the run comes home. So Yang has an RBI single as Nico McLongthrob steps in with 1 out and a runner on first. And he looks at strike number 1. And strike number 2. Ooh, I don't think the home crowd liked that one. That one's popped up to Schmidt at short for the second out. Brings in Ortiz now, 0 for 1. And she looks at strike 1 from Lawson. And Lawson brushes her back. You see Lawson's stats going down a little bit now too. After giving up that hit and the run. That one's hit to slow for out number 3. So Warblers tack on an extra run here in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. The Feudin'Fowls, Rick Navarro, number 8 hitter up. 8-9-1 now. High and inside strike 1. Smalls, stats, you know, down quite a bit. Has 55 pitches now. And strikes him out. I was going to say, he's looking pretty good out there. Looking pretty comfortable. As Maximilian Noggin steps in 0 for 1. That's a grounder to Yang for the second out of the inning. Kellen Moran, 1 for 2. Single today. Do like Small's delivery. Got that big high leg kick. Maybe that throws off the hitters a little bit. That one's popped up to center field, and Barneswell puts it away for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Rip Lynn, 0 for 1 today. And Lynn looks tense. Hitting 278. And that one crosses up the catcher a little bit. Fouled away, the 1-2 now. And Slow will take it himself for the first out of the inning. Top of the order up, Gray Rose. 0 for 2 today. Hits that one. Let's make that 1 for 3. So a base hit into right field for Rose. That brings up Judy Charles. 1 for 2. Rose is not a fast runner at first. So Charles definitely looking to advance that runner. Get some more insurance runs for the Warblers. And strike 2, 86 mile an hour. And gets her swinging. 80 mile an hour slider in the outside part of the plate. Watson 0 for 2 now, 2 outs. Runner on first. You know, Lawson's looking quite settled in too. You know, Lawson and Smalls both kind of settled in. And strike 2. 1 and 2 now on Watson. And the 2-2. Grounded to Schmidt. Goes the long way for out number 3. Yeah, both these starting pitchers are looking quite comfortable out in the mound. 2, 3, and 4 up for the Feudin'Fowls here. Oliver Hanna is 0 for today. Now we see the velocity meter kind of creeping into the red for Smalls. That's still 93 mile an hour fastball. Blowing outside, but that's popped up. Yang is there to put it away for out number 1. Rod Slow now, 0 for 2. And we're going to have a pitching change. So Nelson Crawford comes in relief of Smalls and brings gas, 94. And 2-1 now to Slow. The 3-1. Grounded to Watson. 4 out, number 2. Marcos Lester. Also 0 for today. You can see Crawford very high on velocity meter. Definitely a velocity guy, not so much junker accuracy. Full count, maybe potentially lots of full counts. And gets him striking through that one. 95 mile an hour fastball. High cheese there for the 3rd out. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Harlan Johns, 2 walks today. It's good to get on base, I guess. And that one's hit into center field, but Lester's there for the 1st out. Tim Barneswell steps in. And, okay, we're going to have a pitching change. Arcane Melton comes in, relieves Lawson with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And 3-0 now. And, okay, strike 1. I was going to say, don't walk him. And Melton's working back now, 3-2. That one's popped up. Let's see who snags that. Looks like it'll be Melton. Out number 2. Barry Yang steps in for the Warblers. 1 for 2 today. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. You see Melton a couple times out of the pen for the Fowls. And you can see her ERA is quite good for a reliever in the Cheese League. You know, 2.84. That's pretty good. A lot of the relievers across the league are. That's a shattered bat. Bat foul ball. Full count. Hit quite well into left center. And oh wow, McForsham robs a home run for the final out of the inning. That was a heck of a catch there for McForsham, the Fowls right fielder. Boy, McForsham robbed a homer. Vargas robbed a homer, I believe, for the Whalers. So Schmidt comes in now. Good defensive play. 2-2 now on Schmidt. And the full count. And Schmidt walks to lead off the top of the 7th. Louis Huber now 2 for 2, 2 singles, a ribby. And strikes through that one. 99 on the gun. Absolute gas from Nelson Crawford. No, now looking, Crawford's ERA for a reliever isn't bad either. 4.5, that is not bad. Grounded, right back to Crawford. Let's see if they can turn two. To Watson, to Johns, double play. And McForsham, who had that beautiful catch, robbing a home run last inning. Last half of the inning. No, I guess last inning. It's the top of the seventh. Lost track of time there, folks. That one's popped up, and actually this could do it. Charles camps under it for out number 3, and there it is. Warblers win. So the Warblers, the Battle of the Birds. The Warblers took the last game from the Fowls. They had a 7-1 win. This time, they win over the Fowls 3-1. 1-4-0 for the Feudin'Fowls, 3-4-0 for the Warblers. Take a look. Hits coming from Huber and Schmidt and Moran. And that's pretty much it on the Fowls side. You know, the big hit there. Huber had a good game for the Fowls. On the Warblers side, Rose, Charles, Barneswell, Yang. Barneswell, of course, with the 2-run homer. Gives you a little preview of our top 3 players of the game. Smalls with the win. Starter for the Warblers. You know, Smalls gets the win. Lawson gets the loss. Crawford gets the save. Crawford's actually a regular reliever, not even their closer. So, you know, kudos to Smalls and Lawson for sticking it out. Barneswell, 1 for 3, gets the first place nod here. 1 for 3, homer, 2 ribbies and a run. Smalls, 5 1/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk. And Johns, 2 runs and a stolen base. So, gets the nod. Like I said, not a lot of offense. Quite a different game from game 33 with the Olympians and Strongmen. That was a slugfest. But nonetheless, hope you enjoyed this game. Be sure to subscribe to our channel here at Geek Cheese for more Cheese League baseball action. Follow us on Twitter at Geek_Cheese for schedule announcements and other fun things that we push out. Why not? And that'll be it for us here, folks. Game number 34 over. Warblers win. Take care. Bye.